Shabbat Shalom.
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 Are you in the sanctuary or is that a background? No, you're in the sanctuary.
Ricky is not.
No,
I am.
Yeah, because I just noticed you were leaning on the beamer.
Sure.
All right. I just clicked on that link, but all it did was bounce me back to this page. The one where I'm looking at you.
And it made me blurrier.
You don't look blurry to me. Nice to see you, Marge.
Yeah, Marge, you look fine.
Oh, from here I look blurry.
ECRnet.org sounds a lot better. Shabbat, click cover to open flipbook.
Well, mine came up with an ad block plus thing here. Crap. Oh, now I got it.
Okay.
Hi, Robin.
Shabbat Shalom, Robin.
So here, except
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And the fourth one down is ring.
And Linda, my test came back negative.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, Paul. I'm very pleased. How's Judy?
She's fine, and she's not making me sleep in the garage anymore.
Well, that's good.
That's nice of her.
Yes,
At least it wasn't the doghouse.
right. Well, we don't have a dog, which would have made it. I would have had to build a doghouse.
No, we got mine.
I don't have that prayer book. I have the bigger one.
What,
Now I
Mark?
can. I don't have that prayer book. I have the old one, the bigger one.
Ah.
And the pages are all wrong.
Hi, Ann.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Will Ashley be joining us during this part?
Who knows?
Okay.
I want to put on my activist hat for a second. Did everyone vote?
Oh, yes.
I got it.
All voted. Well, good.
Oh,
Paul, I'm not sure if you checked out the website, but there was a really good resource that was given to us by the League of Women Voters of Glen Ellen that had information on all the candidates. That's up there. If anybody wants to check it out.
Mhm. As of yesterday, almost half of the registered voters in DuPage County had either voted by mail or had done early voting.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Shabbat Shalom, Carrie. And Leah.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
How is everyone?
Okay.
Okay, how are you?
Look
Look
at,
at, guess what? Look,
Hi,
I was
Lee.
sitting on
look at this. Can you see it light up?
Oh,
Oh,
Look.
you can take off your hat now.
Yeah, my hat lights up for Halloween.
Cool. Guess what? My grandma's coming on Halloween.
Cool.
Is that Gammy? No, that's Anna. I remember Annie.
It's Ann. Hi, sweetie. How do you like Texas?
Cool. Guess what?
Cool.
Grandma's coming on Halloween.
She
It's good. Very
is.
nice. Oh, come
well, that's
on.
exciting.
Hmm?
And what are you going to be tomorrow?
What are you going to be for
What's your
Halloween?
trick or treat costume?
Tuna, like last year. What's my name? What's my name? Uma.
Okay.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Judy. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. What's the temperature there, guys?
Hi.
Oh, I don't know, probably 40.
At 40.
Why? Are you someplace else?
40-ish.
Yeah, we're in Austin now.
Oh,
Now it's 36.
oh.
36. It's almost freezing.
Ah, okay.
We're almost
So how's the weather in Austin?
I'm sorry, what?
How's the weather in Austin?
It's comfortable. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We're used to it already.
Yes.
So it was nice and sunny and about 70 degrees.
Great.
It's funny here too.
72. Okay, 72. Sorry.
I understand Austin, underneath is it Austin or San Antonio? There's a big colony of bats underneath one of the bridges.
It's Austin.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Are they coming
Hi,
out?
Austin.
Are they coming out for Halloween?
Probably.
Yep.
Mom said we had to pick up Grandma from the airport. Hi, Diane.
Rabbi,
how are you?
Rabbi Campbell,
Yes, Langston.
you leaving because you get tired of looking at me?
I've always loved looking at you, Langston.
Yeah.
Good luck.
No, it's all good. So I will miss everything, of course, here.
Good night.
How's the baby doing?
Santa comes to
Adorable.
for a walk.
He is adorable.
Mhm. He's already 6 months.
Wow. That's amazing. Is he sleeping through the night?
Not every night. He's been going through, as we're calling, a 6-month sleep regression, although we called the same thing at 5 months, the 5-month sleep regression. So maybe there's just a sleep regression every month. But so he was up a couple of times, like the last week, like every night. But we'll see how tonight goes.
Yeah, we remember those days.
He has one song that calms him down, and it's only when I sing it to him. For some reason, it's to Rebecca. He doesn't like it when Rebecca does. I'm sure he's fine with it when Rebecca does it, but it won't put him back to sleep.
And what is the song? Perhaps you'll sing for us and put us to sleep.
It's a song I made up. It just goes,
it's an
he's a
original.
Nazi, he's a little Nazi, he's a Nazi, he's a Nazi, and I just go through that like 4 or 5 times, and he seems to enjoy it.
You should record it for him.
That's a
When
good
you're
idea.
not home, she can play it.
That's a good idea. I'm sure there's something that could even make it so as soon as it senses like a cry, it'll start playing.
You can get a little, either a proximity alarm or a motion detector.
Hello, Ashley. Shabbat shalom.
Hi,
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, Ashley.
Welcome, Ashley.
If you move
Nice
closer.
of you to join us.
The man of the evening.
I'm here in spirit.
Here we are.
My ghost of a wife.
Ashley, it's Mary Hasten here.
Hi, Mary.
Hi there. And I wanted to be part of this to honor you, to say, as two Jews by choice, I'm sure you, like me, are really glad with our choice.
Yeah, there are.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And I am always delighted when I'm in a class or meeting and you're part of it, because you always have interesting things to say and something for us to think about. And it's just a pleasure being around the two of you, but you with your knowledge of Hebrew and lots of things. So thanks for being part of our congregation and making it richer.
But thank you so much, Mary. I really appreciate those kind words. That's very nice.
Well
And
said.
what-
Ashley, this is Jay
my-
Yespo. How you doing? This is Jay
Oh, there's-
Yespo. How
yeah,
you
there's
doing? And
Jay.
Carol.
Carol down there, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we want to thank you for all the time you've done and all the time you've put in. You are a great educator, and you are also a very great, you and Charlotte are great traveling partners since we've been all over the world together. You know, even any place I'm with you, I learned. And that is fantastic.
We had some really great experiences, didn't we, when we went to Israel?
Sure did.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, right.
Hi, Honoree.
I
It's
have
Sherry.
a,
How are you, Ashley? Hi there.
Hey, Cher.
Sherry, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Good to see you all.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hi, Sherry. Shabbat shalom.
Hi, Sherry.
Don't move. Lean forward a little bit.
my grandson is in Florida,
Disappearing.
and my daughter is in Oregon. So we're, on both sides of the continent. And I think they're going to be getting on here pretty soon.
That's very cool.
We're in Oregon, Ashley.
With that,
We're in Oregon.
oh, down in Roseburg. Are you familiar with that area?
No, we know Portland and we know Bend.
That's way down there, Ashley.
Yeah, this is maybe a couple of 100 miles south of Portland, right near the coast. She lives near the coast. Roseburg is not exactly on the coast, but she likes to show us the beautiful scenery and the mountains and
There's a
the
little word at the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a little carrot there. Click on the carrot.
I'll just put that down for now.
Thank you, Sherry.
miles south of Portland, right near the coast. She lives near the coast. Roseburg is not exactly on the coast, but first I was looking all over the place to see if I could find a siddur. I could not find a siddur. And then I began to realize, when we were going into the temple for worship, we had our siddurs and then we put them back on the shelf, And we never did get around to buying a siddur of our own. But oh, really? Oh, hey, that's a good thing. That's good to know that.
Yeah, just go to like the rabbi said, actually, go to the chat and click on that link that says ccrnet.org. And it'll pop up in a separate window, the Siddur.
Oh, uh-huh.
What other goodies are you hiding from us?
Hello. Hi, Ashley.
Hey, hi there, Rick. How are you doing?
Doing okay. How about you?
What's that?
He said to you, how about you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Nice night for you.
Well, it sure is. I should say, I'm just really, I don't know what to say. You know, it's, I've loved every minute of being in the temple. I'm sure a lot of you know that, you know, and, you know, it's nice to have so many, you know, and people are so, you know, caring. It's just a different world, really. And, you know, and I think that our rabbis, both of them, you know, contribute to that, that whole, you know, atmosphere here, you know. We're inclusive. You know, we don't say, you know, if you don't like our theology, you know, get lost, you know, something like that, you know. You can, you know, you can believe what you like, you know, and you can contribute what you can, and you know, and everybody seems to enjoy being together and you know, helping each other. So that.
I think you captured that beautifully, Ashley.
Yes,
I think you did.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're describing this, and as I've gotten more recently more involved, I've realized this. I started to realize the sense of community that you're describing, and it's a wonderful thing.
It really is. It is a real community. That's the way to describe it. And you know, it's one of these. There's Leia's. Look at her waving at us. You know, it's one of those places where whatever your talents are, whatever your interests are, there's a place for it. You know, and I think that's really terrific. You know, and we learn from each other and we help each other. So that's one thing to say. So,
Ashley, I just saw that your grandson, Chris, posted on the chat that he's here and says hi to everyone. I think for me, he's on page 2. So you're looking for him.
Page 2? Is there a page?
He's waving.
Oh, I see him waving.
How do you go to a page 2?
Chris, if you talk, you'll come up, I think.
Oh, because I don't see any way to
talk right now because there's some background in my house. So I've been keeping it muted so I didn't interrupt everybody.
That my son, oh, there he is.
Hello.
Yes, hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How you doing?
Doing well.
My grandson is, you know, has a new baby, you know, so I'm a great grandfather. Honora, you know.
Yeah, Nora. Yeah, she's almost a year. Her first birthday is December 5th.
Oh, September 5th.
December 5th.
September or December?
December.
Okay, December. I couldn't understand that. Yeah, right. But Chris is studying. He's been in the service. He was in the Navy for many years, and now he's studying to become a what do you call it, a
physical therapist.
My brain doesn't come up with it.
Yeah, I'm studying to get my doctorate in physical therapy.
Physical therapy. That's what right. So I encourage him very much, and we hope he's gonna, you know, if I was anywhere closer to him, I'd let him work on me a little bit. We could always use it. No, I don't. I wonder if my daughter's on here. Deb, are you on? She may not be on. She's in Oregon. I wonder, well, she knows about this, so she'll be on pretty soon, I'm sure. So she's probably just waiting around to decide.
Now, Ashley, did you also say that you lived in Portland like me for a time?
Say that again?
Ashley, did you say that you also lived in Portland like me for a time, or you're from there originally?
Oh, I was born in Portland.
Ah, yes.
Yes, uh-huh. I know you were there. You were working there though, weren't you?
Yeah, for about 6 years, then came back here because Chicago is definitely home, but still a great place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that you were living on the northwest side, the northwest side of Portland.
Actually, Old Town, right in the heart of it.
Okay, well, where's Old Town? What do they mean by Old Town now? Where is that?
Right by the Steel Bridge.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yep, right just north of downtown.
Uh-huh. Well, they've gentrified all that area down there. When I was down there, that was a place where, around in that particular area, my father was working for an agency of, to rehabilitate people that were willing to be rehabilitated, alcoholics and drug addicts and so forth. And he would go down there every so often in that area and rescue these people. And they take them out to a ranch out near Scappoose, Oregon, which is between Portland and the coast, and so it was, it was a good thing for him to do. And every so often I'd go out to this ranch and in Scappoose and do a little fishing and help feed the hogs and stuff like that. And and you see some people that were very interesting. One fellow that I recall that I liked very much. He at dinner time he would come around and he had an apron on, and he had a towel over his arm, and he was just like a waiter in one of the high rolling hotels, and he would give me some extra, grape juice or Sprite or something like that, And so it was an interesting life there, Yeah. But my home in Portland was on the other side of the river, on the east side, the east side near Mount Tabor.
Oh yeah, great area.
And of course, when I was living there, I didn't know Mount Tabor from Adam, but now I've been to Mount Tabor in Israel, which was an experience in itself. Charlotte and I we rented a car and we decided we'd go up we could drive up onto the top of Mount Tabor. And Mount Tabor is like, everything around Mount Tabor is more or less flat. And then all of a sudden Mount Tabor is coming up like this. And the road is very, very narrow, and there's no guardrail over on the side. The side where you can fall off. And so we're going up there and coming down, right towards us is this big Mercedes taxi cab. And he's saying, get over. And, I was probably 2 inches from the side. And if you look down, it's like 300 feet straight down. And and so the only thing I could do was just stop and wait and let him get beyond me. Then I could go up, because otherwise, it was curtains if you went down. And the Israelis, they would go up there with their kites and stuff, or their whatever those things are that you hold on to, and they'd swoop out there and they'd hold on and sail out into the valley. And that brought to mind the book of Judges, where Deborah was the head of the army, and they were bringing all these troops out into the valley below Mount Tabor, and she probably had them all hidden up in there so they could just whoosh and win the battle. So there they were. So I don't want to go overtime. Are we ready to start the service or what?
We still have a few more minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. But that was an interesting experience that we had at that time.
Is that section you call Old Town in Portland? Is that where Powell's bookshop is?
Yes, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. If anybody ever goes to Portland, you've got to go to Powell's bookstore. Oh, it is the most amazing place. It was at one time, I don't know, it was some kind of a factory or something or other, but they've turned it into a bookshop. And I think, there's probably more books in there than there are in the library here in Lombard. I mean, there's just thousands of books in there, and you go in and you can. They have everything, absolutely everything, from maps to languages. What else do they have there? Photography, just everything, and you could walk through. I mean, you could spend the whole day in there.
The only
And then when you
I think it's
you're done,
they gave you
seven stories, isn't it?
what was that? 2 minutes?
Only bookstore I've ever been in where you needed a map to get around.
Oh. With 3 stories, yes, Yeah, but, it was so big, and then when you were done there, you could come out, go down the street a little ways to the, what was the name of the place? It was a brewery, and you could have a beer or you could have a soda or something, and and a wonder, and they would turn all these old factory buildings into something very useful, and that was terrific.
And it's not far from the donut place.
That donut place is something else.
Yeah, Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts.
That's it.
I live 3 blocks away from there, so
I'm on Zoom now.
Okay, friends, it's about that time, and so I'm going to.
Rabbi, we can't hear you because you're on mute.
Okay, friends, it's about that time. I'm going to ask all of you
Hello, everyone.
to please mute yourselves.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Ashley.
Okay. Please mute yourselves.
Hi, Ashley. It's nice to see you.
Oh, Susan, yes, it's nice to see you. And there's John in the background. Hi, John. It's good to see you.
All right. We'll greet Ashley in a little bit. I just want everyone to please mute yourself if you're on the mute, and welcome if you are with us on the stream. This is Congregation.
Either closer to the mic, Rabbi, or you need to turn your volume up.
Okay.
Oh, yes, yeah, she needs to turn it up a little bit, I think.
That's my
Not a problem. Is that any better?
No.
No. Okay. Hold on.
Hi, Ashley. Shabbat Shalom. It's Gail.
Shabbat Shalom. Who's calling?
It's Gail. It's
Oh,
Gail.
Gail. Yeah, hi, Gail.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Langston. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom, Ashley.
Hello, there's Marcia. Hello, Marcia.
Oh,
you make great
this is
challah.
old home week. Old home week. We are just having.
Shabbat shalom, Ashley.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom, Ann. Now that's nice to see you.
It's wonderful to see the two of you.
Oh, well, it's been quite a while. But
It's been a
you're
long
looking
time.
younger than I wouldn't have recognized you. You look so young.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay, friends, can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely. No. Okay, so this is a problem.
Ashley.
Oh, Shabbat shalom. Ah, that's nice to see you.
Okay. Okay. We're trying again. How about now?
Ashley,
I'm here, yes.
So I
Okay.
think we are going to start in just a moment, so if everyone could please mute themselves just so that we can hear everything that's going on. But we wish everyone, there will be lots of Shabbat Shaloms coming. I promise.
Is this any better? Can you hear me now? All right. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Can they hear me on the stream, do you know? Before we begin, I want to say thank you to our very
We still can't
own...
hear you, Rabbi Kaznowski.
Sorry?
Oh, I don't think we can hear you.
Nobody can hear me. Okay.
No.
That's better.
Okay, we're going to try something else. How's that? Can you hear me? Test 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Yay!
Yes, that
Little
sounds
better.
Yay, okay, that's
Barely.
much better. Is that
A
better?
little louder.
Louder? Little
A
louder?
little louder if you could do it.
Okay. We're going to continue. Here we go. How about that? Is that any better? No. Okay. Strange. Well, we're going to do the best we can. I have an idea. Okay. Okay, how about now?
Yes, I hear you.
Much
Much
better.
better.
Much
Yeah.
better. Well, we're going to go to the cheap seats. We're going to go a little bit to the side camera, a little bit to the front camera, a little bit to the Zoom room. I think we're okay now. I am so thrilled that all of you are here and all of us are here together. Shabbat Shalom. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are doing everything we can to ensure that we have a wonderful Shabbat where everyone can hear us and everyone can honor Ashley and Charlotte. Shabbat Shalom. This is Shabbat Lech Lecha. And we decided that it would be a wonderful idea to honor Ashley for all of his teaching through all the years. Ashley's been teaching in so many formats, in summer Torah study with Jordi Trofimo, lifelong learning, adult education sessions, and of course, his legendary Yom Kippur afternoon discussions. And so we asked the congregation to send a story or a tribute or maybe even a photo of Ashley and Charlotte to enable us to honor him and them this evening. And all of you certainly did a great job with your tributes. Some people couldn't be here tonight, so they sent us tributes, and I will be reading them for you. Others have chosen to read them to you, Ashley and Charlotte, and so we are just thrilled that we can all be together. I wanted to thank Kyle Prinz, who is in the sanctuary with me tonight, which is why sometimes I'm wearing my mask. If I have to go closer to him, I will put it back on. Kyle is helping me run the slideshow on the stream. Some of you who are in the Zoom room, if you would like to access the Siddur or the prayer book, you can go into the chat and we have put the Siddur link in the chat for you today. But for those of you who are streaming tonight, we're going to be sharing the Siddur or prayer book on our screen. And so without further ado, welcome to all of you who come here in the name of God and celebrating the most wonderful and joyous time of Shabbat. We continue with the singing of Ki Eshmerah Shabbat. Ki Eshmerah Shabbat El Yishmereini. Ki Eshmerah Shabbat El Yishmereini. Oti leomead beino ubeini. Oti leomead beino ubeini. Ki eshmerah Shabbat el yishmereini. Ki eshmerah Shabbat el yishmereini. Oti leomead beino ubeini. Oti leomead beino ubeini. And now we continue with sanctifying our Shabbat candles, and we invite to sanctify the candles with our Shabbat candle blessing Barbara Turner, who first will bless the candles, and then she will read her tribute.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotov v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Okay. Since Ashley joined the Lifelong Learning Committee 3 years ago, we have gotten to know him as more than a scholar, but as someone who epitomizes not only the love of learning, but also the joy of inspiring others to want to learn. At a time when folks might consider slowing down and decreasing their level of engagement, Ashley has done the opposite. When health issues arise, he is barely out of the recovery stage when he's on the phone talking about future classes to teach. As a member of our first Wise Aging group, one that has been together for more than 2 years, he models the subtitle of the book, Living with Spirit, Joy, and Resilience. He also lives with Hakaret HaTov, gratitude, or literally recognizing the good that is already here. So with gratitude for all that you have given to us, Ashley, we wish you Shabbat Shalom.
We continue now in our service with the Baruch Hu, as I invite the congregation to please rise in either body or spirit.
La 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 la,
Everyone may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitbuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakia kirtsono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, uma'avdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim. It's now my pleasure to invite up Jack Freed, who will read the English of the Ahavat Olam.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
And now it is my pleasure to, I believe, invite up Rabbi Kaznowski to read a reading for Alice Argus, from Alice Argus.
So Alice was unable to be here this evening, but she wrote to you, Ashley. When I think of Ashley Rose, Leo Rothstein's definition of a mensch quickly comes to mind. The key to being a real mensch, Rothstein said, is nothing less than character, rectitude, honor, dignity, decorum, and a sense of what is right and responsible. This definition personifies you, Ashley. Alice wrote, I feel quite fortunate to have gotten to know Ashley in classes he has taught at Congregation Etz Chaim and socializing afterward. Ashley is brilliant. He has a way of capturing one's interest and at the same time interjecting a sense of warmth and humor. Carry on.
We come now to our Shema, the watchword of the Jewish faith, as I invite the congregation to please rise, neither body or spirits.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Everyone may be seated as we continue with the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. It is now my pleasure to invite up Harvey and Linda Siegel for a reading.
Ashley Rose is a treasure of intelligence and knowledge, of Hebrew and Judaism, of history and law, of caring and friendship, of sharing and teaching and spirituality. We personally and the community of Ephraim are blessed to be able to share in the treasure that is Ashley Rose.
Thank you, and we continue now with a reading from Steve Ivanelli.
So Steve could not be here this evening, but he wrote in, "Personally, I would like to say to Ashley that we are so blessed to have him, and Charlotte, of course, as part of our congregation. Steve says, I personally feel blessed to have Ashley as my friend. I want to thank Ashley for being so generous with his time teaching and sharing with us his immense knowledge of Torah. There was a group of us that would meet once a month at each other's homes for Torah study, and Ashley was always there, rain or shine, to lead us in studies. In addition, I am so grateful that Ashley has encouraged me to continue with my studies of Biblical Hebrew. Ashley had just started to teach a few of us Biblical Hebrew when the pandemic came along, which for now has interrupted our weekly meetings. But I am confident," Steve writes, "we will resume once it is safe again to meet in person."
Thank you. We continue now with the Micha Mocha. It is now my pleasure to invite up Rick Schoenfeld.
Okay, now that I'm unmuted, sorry. I know I'm not alone in having two images spring to mind about Ashley. The first is his leading discussions on Yom Kippur afternoons, when not only did he engage our minds, but at least speaking for myself, he made me forget about my hunger, which was a bonus. The second image that comes to mind, which has been mentioned or referred to already tonight, is how he has taken us deeper into Torah study on a regular basis by talking about the real meaning of the original Hebrew words, and in that way providing us with really new and deeper insight into a lot of the discussions that we've had. So I appreciate all of those moments, as I'm sure everyone else who was there does.
Thank you, Rick. We continue in our prayer book on page 44 with Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam berit olam. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between God and the people Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. We continue now with our Congregational Tofila, which can be found on page 46 if you're following along in our Siddur, or if you're on the stream, will be posted as well. And so I ask, if you are able to do so at this time and so inclined, to please rise for Tefillah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Lifnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rab Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Meitim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hametim. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Will the congregation please be seated? It is my pleasure at this time to invite to our ceremonial bima Harv Witkov to read his reflection. Harv, can you unmute?
All right, you wanted Harold. Okay, Harold and Judy.
Harold and Judy. There you
Yes.
go. There you go. Okay.
Got to get the name right.
Excuse me.
Ashley, a heartfelt thank you from Judy and I for all you have taught us and for your wonderful friendship. We first met Ashley during a summer Torah study. Our group was studying the book of Job. Job's suffering was made lighter by Ashley's knowledge and engaging teaching style. As often happens in the summer, we would arrive for Torah study and discover the door was locked. Ashley was the one with the code to unlock the door. As the years went by, we learned that Ashley not only had the code to opening the synagogue door, he had the code to unlocking the mysteries of Torah. Thank you, Ashley.
And now it is my pleasure to invite to our ceremonial bima, Kim and Ed. Ed Silverstein and Kim Leffert.
One of our most distinctive memories of Ashley Rose is reading Torah at many congregational retreats and during the year. His clear diction and easy phrasing made his Torah reading sound like he was reading a children's story. I recall thinking that for the first time, I actually understood the words of the Torah reading, even if I had no idea what the words meant in Hebrew. The Torah reading at the synagogue where I grew up was always sung with trope, never spoken. But Ashley's ability to read Torah makes the spoken word sound just as beautiful and engaging as the trope. When our son Dan was studying for his bar mitzvah, I recall hoping that his reading ability would be at least a little bit like Ashley's. Clearly, Ashley's deep understanding of the meaning of Torah makes the story come alive when he reads a portion out loud. Thank you, Ashley.
And thank you, Kim and Ed. And so we invite to our ceremonial bima at this time, Marcia Swetton.
Shabbat Shalom, Ashley. I have not known Ashley personally for a very long time and only knew of him by his amazing reputation. The night I gave my first Devorah Torah, or the Sisterhood Shabbat, Ashley came up to me after services and praised me for my insights and connections I had made to the Torah portion. We chatted for a few minutes and I found him to be completely charming and engaging. The second time I did the Devar Torah, once again for Sisterhood, Ashley approached me and discussed what I had spoken about, and I felt such a warmth from him and an encouragement to continue studying Torah. He made me feel as though my beginning into foraging into Torah portions were not so overwhelming. Since then, I have made time to explore more Torah portions. For the past 2 years, I have been a member of Wise Aging, as are Ashley and Charlotte. It is so beautiful the way in which Ashley nurtures Charlotte in a very loving way. Well into our first set of meetings, having discussed relationships, at the end of the group meeting, I said to Ashley and Charlotte that I was overwhelmed with the love and kindness that they showed each other as husband and wife. I said it was a beautiful model for what relationships should be. I did not know they were not married, but Ashley never corrected me and just thanked me for my kind words. This is also a part of Ashley that I have appreciated so much. This year, I have been making extra challahs on Fridays, and I bring one to Ashley and Charlotte. They are so appreciative and always welcome me into their home, each time, even though I can't because of COVID. My mitzvah to them has done much more for me than I can explain. I wish I could spend more time with Ashley and do more Torah study together.
Thank you, Marcia. And so we continue in our prayer book, in our Siddur, on page 60 with the singing of Shalom Rav, followed by silent prayer.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. V'chol eit u'v'chol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We come now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. And I am going to be bringing the Torah ceremonially into the congregation by bringing it to the screen. And so I ask everyone to please ceremonially rise as I go to the ark to take out the Torah. And we will sing Ein Kamocha or Lecha Adonai or anything that Leah feels like singing at this time.
Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki cho b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki cho b'shamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai hamalacha v'hamitnaseh lechol erosh.
Everyone may be seated. Our Torah portion this week is Lech Lecha. Now we say it's Lech Lecha, but to be completely honest, we're not sure exactly how to pronounce those two words, as the original Torah doesn't have any vowels. And looking in the Torah, those two words actually look the exact same. So there are actually a few different interpretations on what this Lech Lecha actually means. So first, the Lech means to go, as God is telling Avram and Sarai to leave their land of Ur and go to the land of Israel. So if the first word is Lech, well then we can say, well maybe the second word is also Lech, and some of the rabbis say the Torah portion is actually saying Lech Lech, or go go, because it's something it's a big command, and God needs to say it twice. Another idea that the rabbis have is saying the first Lech is actually trying to wake up Avram and Sarai, and then saying that they should go. So we have one that says, wake up, and then another that says, before you go, go. That's a little wham joke. Now, one interpretation that I very much like, however, is the idea that the second lech, or is actually lecha, and this is how we really translate it, or really how we really pronounce it. Lech lecha, go for yourself. That it is something, of course, that God is commanding Avram and Sarai, but it is something that they are going to want to do because it is something that when they do, their lives can be fulfilled. Ya'amod Binyamin ben Avraham basar la Torah.
Ashley, that's you. We're going to have you unmute yourself, and you're going to do the Aliyah tonight. Can they hear me?
Ashley, if you're able to unmute for the Aliyah. There you go.
Are you calling me?
We are. Up to our virtual beam up for the Aliyah.
Oh. I'm sitting here like a dunce.
You can go ahead whenever you're ready.
And if you need it, it's on page 250.
Track here. Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai, Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Kadeshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu, L'Kro HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Avraham, Lech Lecha, me'artzecha u'mimloladetecha u'mebit avicha, el haaretz asher arecha, ve'esecha legoy gadol, va'avarechecha, ve'agdala shemecha, ve'hiye verecha, v'avracha mevarechecha, u'machlecha ha'or, v'nivcherchu vecha, kol mishpachot ha'adama.
Yasher Koach.
Not prepared for this.
That's all right. You did wonderful on the first, on the opening one.
So Ashley, let's do it together. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet, V'chaye Olam Nata B'tochenu. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Yesher Koach. And our thoughts now turn to those of our community and families who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening Jill Levant, Elwood Frederick Bryan, Rick Westerman, Karen Levinson, Jenna Levinson, Lucy Gleason, Laura Alberton, Lisa Scott, Kai Harrison, Martin Colbert, John Wilkerson, J.D. Mann, Mary Mann, Mark Zellman, Sarah Varad, Bat Shoshana, Robin Shannon, Cheryl Barrera, Richard Hoffman, Evan Georgie Johnston, Kathleen Minardi, Margie Sufi, Sheila Alterman, Bridget Bobb, Sharon Gutsky, Rodney Brown, Carol Neymark, and Larry Neymark, Daniel Bongino, Shelley Belache, Sharon Holtz, Joan Ballin, Tommy Wright, Mike Dunn, Stephen Ivanelli, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov, Bimotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah, Hu Yivarek V'Yirpet Chol Cholei Yisrael V'Yishlach Lechem B'Mihra, Refuah Shlema, Refuah Nefesh, Refuah Targuf, V'Nomar, Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen.
Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
The B'nai Mitzvah process starts about a year prior to a student's B'nai Mitzvah date. Even though students don't really start meeting with me until 6 or 7 months prior to their date, families begin to wake up to the fact that this is really happening when their son or daughter becomes eligible to start signing in for their 13 required services. Tonight, we have a special opportunity to publicly begin one person's B'nai Mitzvah journey. So it is my pleasure to invite Ava Madsen to the virtual Bima to share in this moment. Ava, you received your prayer book with your school supplies this year. We hope you will use it over the next year and even beyond that to become more familiar with the service preparation for your big day next year when we read this portion. Every service you attend from this point forward will count towards your required services. We pass this prayer book to Ava.
And now we have Ava, who next year will give the prayer book to the 6th grader who will share this Torah portion with her. Thus we link tradition and Torah together, building and strengthening our Jewish community. Now, if there's anyone else here who had Lecha as their Torah portion, I invite you to rise, and of course I invite everyone to rise in either body or spirit for a special blessing.
Now, Rabbi Camel, before we bless everyone, I didn't realize this when I assigned Torah portions, but Sam, Ava's older brother, also had Lech Lecha.
Oh, wonderful.
I know, so he actually can pass, because it's socially distant, but it's safe, he can pass the prayer book to his sister.
All right.
Isn't that adorable? You guys are so cute. And so, Rabbi, continue.
So we're definitely going to bless the Madisons, but everyone else please rise as well for a Torah blessing, or for a special blessing. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may God give you peace. As we are risen, we will now return the Torah to the ark.
Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba betom hecha me'u Shalom Lecha Me'ushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Everyone may be seated, and it is my pleasure to invite up to read our prayer for the state of Israel, Sherry Kaiser.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread it over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fulfillment of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen.
And now my pleasure to invite up for our prayer for America, Deanie Grossman.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Help us to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we serve you. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow ever home and every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. Amen.
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 Thank you, Deanie. And so we continue honoring you, Ashley and Charlotte. Tonight we honor you for your tremendous contribution to our community. We are so grateful to you for all you've done, but more importantly, who you are. And as you've heard, and many have shared their thoughts and their gratitude to you, but I have a few more remarks from others to share, which truly reflect the mensch that you are and gives honor to all the contributions that you've made to our community and to our families. Margaret Sears wrote in for me to share this with you this evening. She said, Ashley and Charlotte belonged to our Sunday afternoon potluck supper and book discussion group, and Ashley was a participant and resource at our Shabbat morning Torah study. During the years we lived in Elmhurst, Ashley and Charlotte were always with us for Seder and usually for break the fast at the end of Yom Kippur. Even after we moved to South Carolina, they made the trip twice to be with us for Passover in our new home. John and Margaret traveled to France with Ashley and Charlotte and spent time in Paris. They also took trips to Antarctica. But the following year, they traveled together, this time to Yucatan, and sadly, this was an ill-fated trip, for John Sears died suddenly when they were in Cancun. Margaret said, I don't know how I would have coped had Ashley and Charlotte not been with me. Thankfully, we had taken out insurance prior to leaving the States. I just gave Ashley the paperwork, and somehow he handled everything. It is a painful memory, but how much more difficult it would have been without the support of these dear friends. The debt of gratitude that I feel knows no limit. Ashley also spoke at John Sears' funeral, and he ended his memorial remembrance with the traditional Hebrew phrase, "We will study Torah in the world to come, my dear friend." And Margaret said, I can picture it, God willing, many years from now, of course. Alice and Jordi Trofimo also wrote in to share their thoughts about you, Ashley and Charlotte. Jordi said, many years ago, Ashley and Charlotte, Alice and I took a trip to Europe and visited a Jewish cemetery. Ashley and I visited the burial site, and the only problem was that the gravestones were written in either Hebrew, which Ashley knows very well, or German, which I know reasonably well, Jordi said, and they had great fun translating all the tombstones into English. You see, this was a friendship that had been started many years ago when Jordy approached Ashley and asked Ashley to teach him Hebrew, and in exchange, Jordy would supplement Ashley's German. And Jordy told me it was a perfect match, even though he had to ask Ashley 3 times because Ashley was a very busy Social Security attorney. His legal mind, combined with Jordy's medical orthopedic background, and also their shared love of military history, created a dynamic duo whose knowledge and teaching have long served the congregation. Together, they've been in book clubs, taught Torah study and many classes to the congregation. They would sit and pore over Torah scrolls together from our sanctuary. Adding to the mix that Alice and Charlotte got along so very well, Alice commented that they have taken many wonderful trips together, and this photo that Kyle is going to share on the stream commemorates a road trip to visit the national park in Utah. Other trips that they've taken included Yellowstone, Vienna, Prague, Budapest, Bratislava, and Greece. Alice and Jordy added, "We wish Ashley and Charlotte many more good years of health and continued good times." And sit tight in the Zoom room. I'll get that picture up as well. Judy and Jean Krasno also wrote something in, and I think you will know what it means, Ashley, and I'll ask you to translate it for us eventually. He wrote, "Ashley is the only guy that Jean and Judy know who had to compete with a parrot for Charlotte's attention." Ashley and Charlotte, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you have done. We are so grateful that we could stand here on this bima, even though we are ceremonially in the Zoom room. But we want to honor you. The greatest honor that I know that I can give you, besides telling you how wonderful you are, is to give you the microphone and allow you to continue to teach us and speak to us of your thoughts on this very special night, after which I will bless you as well. Ashley?
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. Well, all of the wonderful sentiments that I've been listening to just overwhelms me. I really don't know what to say, but I think that one of the things that, as Rabbi C. alluded to, was when Charlotte and I would go down to a Seder at their house in South Carolina, and this turns out to be a little bit humorous, but it was something that I'll never forget. Since I was an attorney and I did Social Security disability appeals, Margaret would set the table for the second Seder with people that are more or less associated in some way, either by blood or by occupation or something like that. And so she set me next to a very nice, very friendly young lady who was also an attorney and was a specialist in real estate work. But anyway, we were talking a great deal, and the subject of dying and going to heaven came up, not that necessarily does at a Seder, but it did in this particular case. And as I was sitting there, this young lady says to me, we've had such a nice conversation here and we seem to get along very well. Which, I should mention also that she was quite a devout Christian person, and sometimes I don't mean to deprecate them, but they sometimes are called Bible bangers, and she was one of these types of people. She had certain theological beliefs, and anyway, she says to me, When we die to go to go to heaven, and since you're Jewish, I'm really sorry that I'm not going to see you there. I'm not going to go to heaven because I'm Jewish. Oh goodness! But that was one thing that was kind of humorous. But we've had a wonderful experience in the synagogue here with so many wonderful people, with Rabbi Ricky, and particularly with Rabbi C. And also, I've got to tell another little story that's kind of humorous too. I can't remember how long ago, but it was a few years ago, and everybody talked about Rabbi C, and I knew about Rabbi C, and and then it struck me one time we were going to one of those Wednesday luncheons that we were able to go to at the synagogue, and so I was thinking to myself, Rabbi C, what is her first name? I can't remember that. And so I went up to Mark Turner, and I says, Mark, what's Rabbi C's first name? Without a hitch, without a, boom. He says, George. So I just can't help but laugh over that. And you never know when some precious moment is going to happen in this synagogue. Believe me. And from the point of view of Charlotte and myself, this has been one of the most precious moments we've ever had. And I want to thank you all, and I want to bless you all, and I'll let Rabbi C and Rabbi Campbell do the blessing. I'm not going to get into that myself, but anyway, and we do appreciate associating with all of you, talking with you, and having a real relationship. It's more than just surface. It's deep down, because we're all really trying to be with each other and encourage and help each other. And that's what we can do. And whatever we can do, we do, and it helps other people. So that's really what I have to say. And thank you all very much. From Charlie, get in here so you can, okay. So you agree?
Yes.
Okay, she agreed. We finally agree. Okay, I'll move myself back up again.
And so I ask everybody at this time to please join us in a blessing. Yiverechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vaykuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha vayasem lecha shalom, vayasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God be kind and gracious unto you. May God's countenance be lifted up unto you and grant you the most precious gift of peace. Let us say together, Amen. It is my pleasure to invite, to offer some announcements, Jacob Cinnamon Murphy.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to Shabbat services. I am Jacob Cinnamon Murphy, and I'm representing the Board of Directors tonight. I would like to thank Rabbi Kaznowski for leading our service and Leah Sharon for our beautiful music. Tonight, I'm very much honored for us all to celebrate our scholar extraordinaire, Ashley Rose. Ashley, thank you so much for all you do to educate and enlighten our congregants. We are so fortunate to be the beneficiaries of your wisdom and your enthusiasm for teaching here at Eitz Chaim. Time to order your Mahjong card for 2021. Last year, Sisterhood received $340 from the National Mahjong League, which goes back to the congregation through Sisterhood activities and gifts. If you have any questions, please contact Deanna Levin, and thank you for participating. Next Friday at 7:30 p.m., please join us as Rabbi Camel leads us with a social action Shabbat service geared toward promoting social justice in our communities. Thank you all so much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much. I will note just next week it's going to be a service honoring our first time and anyone who's voted for next week. It's my pleasure now to invite up Sherry Kaiser to read some words that she wrote also for Ashley. Oh, you're on mute, Sherry.
Thank you, Rabbi. Twice. Some say you never really get to know a person unless you travel with them. Such was the case with Ashley. Back in February of 2003, right before the war in Iran broke out, a few brave souls from Congregation Etz Chaim, including Ashley and me, visited Israel. This being my first trip, I was filled with excitement and trepidation, not knowing what to expect and hoping the war with Iran wouldn't break out while the 15 of us brave congregants were visiting the country. Our group arrived in Israel and we went to pick up our luggage, only to discover that Ashley's suitcase never left O'Hare. Most people would have freaked out about this, but Ashley wasn't fazed a bit. For 9 days we were there. We walked, climbed the steps to the top of Masada, and met with dignitaries. Everywhere we went, there was Ashley in his tan slacks and his polo shirt, happy as a lark, wearing a big smile. Not once did Ashley complain about not having a suitcase or change of clothing. Finally, 2 days before we were to return to Chicago, the suitcase turned up. For years I've attended Ashley's courses, studied with him at Milton classes, and served on committees with him. I knew Ashley as an interesting, studious person with always something new to share. On this trip, though, I learned more about Ashley as a person. This man never flustered and was as kind and happy as could be, even when facing 9 hot days in the desert with no change of clothing. Ashley, if I were at Etz Chaim tonight, I would give you and Charlotte a big hug and a kiss. However, since we are socially distancing, I am sending both of you a virtual hug and a kiss. I'm so fortunate to have gotten to know you these past many years, Ashley, and look forward to many more to come.
Thank you so much. And we now turn in our Sidurim to page 282 as I invite the congregation to please rise, neither body or spirit, for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim be'osed haaretz, umoshav yikaro b'shamayim mimal, ushchinatu zo begavhei meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kakatu v'torato, v'datayom v'hashavota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim mimal, ve'al haaretz mitachat einod, letakein olam b'malchut Shaddai, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
Everyone may be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us. Tonight, as a community, we remember and honor the Yortzites of Paul Jaffe, brother-in-law of Lawrence Neymark, Ethel Siegel, mother of Barbara Turner, Dorothy Hunter, grandmother of Lynn Whippage, Gabriella Miller, niece of Barbara Uditsky, J.R. Mitchell, nephew of John Wilkerson, Norton Rosenbaum, father of James Rosenbaum, Frank Sirota, grandfather of Philip Bogolo, Sam Turner, father of Mark Turner and Leslie Turner, Henry Levy, brother of Wendy Leinhardt, Cecil Rosenthal, brother of Diane Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, brother of Diane Rosenthal, Adelie Stoller, niece of Michael Stoller and Rochelle Koenig, Joyce Gubby, special friend of Charles Luner, Mary Lerner, mother of Lawrence Lerner, Mary Jo Sarzinski, mother of Jody Freeman, Sarah Landau, mother-in-law of Eileen Landau, Joan Gorbian, mother of Diane Rubachek and grandmother of Adam Rubachek, Sidney Feist, stepfather of Ron Weininger, Gerald Martin, father of Tammy Lefkowitz, Judy Maroney, sister of Art Porton, Max Porton, father of Art Porton, Lillian Spiegel, grandmother of Robin Shannon, Peter Viatar, uncle of Jennifer Brower, Robert Elster, father of Matthew Elster, Bernard Ginsberg, uncle of Charles Luner, and Israel Nadler, brother of Lila Warshawski. We also mourn the recent passing of Jean Copland, wife of Alfred Copland, and mother of Caroline Palmer and grandmother of Beth Palmer and John Palmer. Donna Dansker, mother of Julie Kalwat, mother-in-law of Jerry, and grandmother of Joey and Rachel Kalwat. Shirley Sukanik, loving companion of Charles Luner, and Dennis Dreyer, brother-in-law of Alan and Helene Frankfeder. We come now to our mourner's Kaddish, as I invite the congregation to please rise as we join together as one community. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivrach yotev yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam umei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'tadar v'taleh v'talal shemei d'kudashah b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mrama. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. Our closing song this evening can be what else on this week's Torah portion? Lech.
Lech to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lech on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi Lech.
Let us go out to this Shabbat to joy, to rest, and to peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Kol HaKavod. Thank you, Leah, Sharon, Yasher
Shabbat
Koach,
Shalom.
Ashley, and
Shabbat
Charlotte.
See you Sunday.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ashley and
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Leah and Carrie.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Bob. I'll see some of you for Torah study tomorrow morning.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Ashley and Charlotte. See you at Torah study tomorrow morning.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ashley. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Ashley and Charlotte. Probably. Yeah, Marcy and Ken say Shabbat Shalom. They're watching on the TV streaming. They're a little fancy. Ashley, you're on mute. Ashley, you're on mute.
Hello,
There
Ari.
you go. Yeah.
Deanie, I'm glad to see you.
Of course.
David? Oh, that's
Thank
great.
you so much, Ashley, for everything you do. We've all learned so much from you.
You know, it's wonderful to be in this group, in this congregation. People like what you do, it seems like, you know, and so that just makes it all the better. Everybody learns and everybody, contributes to one another. That's the way it should be, I think. Seems to me.
Well, we appreciate everything that you and Charlotte do.
Well,
it's been a pleasure all these years sitting directly across from you on services on Friday night and just watching your happy faces while, the choir sings.
Well.
And we've been doing that for so many years. It's really special to have you there.
I hope that eventually we'll be able to go back and enjoy our building. maybe someday we will be.
We will.
Well, I think you're right.
We will.
And that's one thing. That's another thing that you learn when you have so many good friends around here. There's only the one thing you can say is you have hope.
Yeah.
You have hope, and that's just the way it is, I think. Oh, and there's my grandson and his wife is hi. I haven't get to see you very often, but it's nice to see you tonight. Raleigh. Yeah, hi.
Hold on a second. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hi, nice to meet you officially.
Well, right. Usually it's just Chris is home and she's out there slaving away,
Yeah, you're not kidding. I feel like I live in the kitchen. I'm cooking or cleaning or feeding the baby.
She's the only one that works right now.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, I'll see you all tomorrow at Torah study.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everyone.
Shabbat
Love
Shalom.
you. Shabbat Shalom.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Shabbat Shalom.
Bye.